You don't fuck with the Chuck. Hello, buddy, DK Guillotine here, and I was gonna wait for the Chucky show to conclude to give you guys a full review of the whole show, but I've got to change my plans because I watched the episode 2 yesterday, and oh my lord, I am absolutely loving this show. So, from here on out, from here until the end of the Chucky show, I'm going to be reviewing every episode, every week it comes out. If I don't get to it like the day after, just bear with me. I will get every single review out before the next episode comes out. So, there you have it. I am absolutely stoked for this because I am loving the Chucky show. Now, if you remember me a couple days ago when I reviewed Halloween Kills, I said that I did not give a shit about the Halloween franchise. That could not be more of an opposite this time. Chucky is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. I absolutely love Chucky. I love every single one of the Chucky movies. There is not one Chucky movie that I don't absolutely love. I think the original is a timeless masterpiece. I think the second one is super close to that. I think the third one is one of the most underrated slasher movies ever, and I think it kicks ass. I love Bride of Chucky. I think Seed of Chucky is fucking hilarious. I think Curse of Chucky is awesome and a really great slasher. And I think Cult of Chucky is easily the weakest, but I still really enjoy it. And I think the remake is brilliant and I love it. So, Chucky is my boy. Chucky has always been my second favorite horror icon. I have been very excited for this show ever since I saw the first trailer. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if this show continues going in the direction that it seems like it's going, Chucky just might edge out Jason Voorhees as my absolute favorite horror icon because I am loving this show. Basically, the gist of the Chucky show, if you have not watched it, what are you doing? Go watch it because guess what? I have to gush about this for a second. It's completely free. They are putting this show on YouTube for anybody to watch. I cannot believe that. I'm so stoked that they're doing that though because I don't have cable. I gave up cable a long time ago and I am so stoked that they are doing it, that they are doing this, that they're putting it on YouTube. Like, I can't believe it. I'm so happy about that, man. They're not, and you can watch it like at the same time that everybody else gets to watch it and it freaking has no commercials. Like, that is just so awesome. Thank you so much, Sci-Fi. You guys rule. Absolutely love that, man. But yeah, so if you have not watched the first 2 episodes of the Chucky show, go watch them. They are fantastic. And let's get in this. Let me get into my review of the first 2 episodes of the Chucky show, and then from here on out, every single week, I will be reviewing the newest episode of Chucky. So let's get in this. The very first episode is we are introduced to our world, and we are introduced to Jake. Now, I am really liking Jake as a character, and oh my lord, every other character in this show besides Jake, Devin, and Chucky, I absolutely fucking hate. I will tell you right now. But Jake is a really good character. Jake is basically, he's this troubled kid, and he's got a lot of issues. His dad's a fucking asshole who abuses him, and then he has a ton of people at school that just bully him relentlessly. They're such garbage people, and we will get into that, especially one bitch in particular. But seriously, his life sucks, man, and it just keeps getting worse. But then he finds this Chucky doll, and then things start happening. A little bit of weird stuff that's happening, and obviously we're watching this. We know exactly what's happening because we're Chucky fans, but it's a very nice, like, back to basics kind of element. That's like the first Chucky movie was where Andy gets the Chucky doll and nobody knows that the Chucky doll is actually alive. But the rest of the movies, they kind of lean more into it because obviously if you've seen the first movie, then you know the Chucky doll is alive. There's more of a murder mystery aspect to the first movie, but every other movie after that, you already know that Chucky is the doll. And this one kind of takes it back to that original one where you obviously know as the viewer that it's the Chucky doll, but nobody else in this neighborhood knows that it's the Chucky doll, which is really, really, really awesome. So yeah, they kind of take it back to that, and they also do a lot of fun stuff with Jake the character. For one thing, the reason why he buys the doll in the first place, because I was wondering that in the trailer when he buys the doll, I was like, why would that kid buy this doll? But it turns out he's like a sculptor, and he disassembles these dolls and makes these awesome like sculptures out of it. And yeah, it's really cool, and it's really, really heartbreaking. By the way, I am going into spoilers. Like I said, this show is literally free to watch because Sci-Fi is letting you watch the show completely for free. So I'm going to not hold back on spoilers because if you want to watch this show, if you're watching this video, you could be watching the Chucky show. So let's get into this, the spoilers. So yeah, his dad, who is just the worst person ever. Well, not actually. There's actually someone in this show that is so much worse than his dad. But his dad sucks. I absolutely hate him. I love Devon Sawa. Do not get that mistaken. I love Devon Sawa. But there's a way better Devon Sawa in this movie. Yeah, Devon Sawa plays two characters in this show. But his dad's a fucking prick, and he abuses him, and he breaks his awesome sculpture, and man, that was just like, what the fuck, dude? You are literally creating a serial killer here, or assisting in creating a serial killer here. So yeah, and then you have, then you start getting introduced to some of the teens at school, and you get Lexi. We're gonna talk about Lexi. You get Junior, who is his cousin or brother or something. I don't know. It was I don't know. There's another character. You have Devin, who's the podcast kid. You have some other, like, not really important characters at school as well. Yeah, overall, I think the setup is really good. But I will say this. This is something Cody Leach pointed out in his review of the first episode, and I agree with this. This show portrays school so poorly. Like, that is not how school goes, man. Like, teachers do not just watch somebody get bullied and then not do anything about it whatsoever. Like, they don't. And they don't act like that either, and especially the talent show scene, like, that is so unrealistic. I realize it's a TV show about a freaking talking killer doll, but, you know, they could have tried to be a little more realistic with it. I mean, come on. But still, yeah, overall, I do really like the setup with all the teens, and then you kind of start getting into the bigger stuff with this. You get the talent show scene where Chucky seems to like Jake. Chucky seems to actually want to latch on to Jake and actually help him out, and he helps him do this ventriloquist act, and totally makes him all popular at school when he gets to tell off Lexi for being a fucking cunt. And it's really, really awesome. I love that scene. And then you get the final scene of the episode where Chucky kills the asshole abusive father in a really dumb way. I will not deny, as much as I am liking this show a lot, the first kill of this show when Chucky vomits all over the floor and it electrocutes Devon Sawa's character. No, let's not have any more of those, please. That was really dumb. Yeah, I really like that. And then after that, you get the final scene of him finally revealing to Jake, and he's doing the standard thing, you know, he looks at the batteries and there's nothing in there, and he's like, I'm gonna make you talk, and and then he just fucking hits him. He doesn't go full on he doesn't go full on Catherine Hicks he doesn't go full on Chucky like he does with Catherine Hicks in the first movie, but, cause like I said, I think Chucky actually likes this kid. I think Chucky is liking this kid, and I am loving that aspect of this show because it really feels like they're gonna be like a duo, and especially by the end of episode 2, I am loving the direction that this show takes because, man, this is just this kid Jake has such a shitty fucking life and he's surrounded by all of these garbage human beings, and except for his parents. His parents are the only two people that are cool to him, and Devin. I like Devin as well. Not Devin Sawa, the podcast kid. He's got a shitty life basically. Shit is really going downhill for him. But he's got Chucky now, and Chucky is converting this guy. And the way they go with it is really awesome. So in episode 2, which was the episode that came out yesterday, it was kind of a Halloween themed episode, and this is the episode that really begins to make Jake appear like he is gonna let Chucky kill people, and I cannot wait to see what the hell happens next, because basically throughout this whole episode, you are just built to despise Lexi. This whole episode is literally just here to make you want to see Lexi die, and I have not a grain of doubt in my mind that she is gonna survive the next episode. She is dead next episode. I am just gonna say it. There is no way that bitch is living past the next episode, because holy shit, I couldn't care less, because I want this chick dead the first episode. She is the worst. Actually, the worst. There is so many scenes of this chick that I just want to fucking strangle this bitch. I hope that, I don't mean any bad will towards the actor, but holy shit, I'm pretty sure I've seen her in some other stuff as well. She does look familiar, but my god, I hate this character, and I cannot wait to see her die painfully. because holy shit, this entire episode, you're literally just pretty much built to hate Lexi. And there's this one great scene as well when Chucky is like this close to getting her, where he's like under the bed. She's on the bed and he's under the bed and he's like stabbing her up and she keeps moving so he can't get her. It's really, really awesome. And I absolutely love what they're doing with like Chucky as well. Like everything, like every single time Chucky opens his mouth, it's such a highlight. They got Brad Dourif. Thank God they got Brad Dourif. No hate towards Mark Hamill. I like his portrayal of Chucky, but still, I'm glad they got Brad Dourif because he is the ultimate Chucky. But man, the dialogue with him is on point. I absolutely love it. Like in episode 2, he's like he's sitting with the little girl who's like turning into a huge Chucky fan is like, Mommy said people shouldn't say swears, and Chucky's like, Mommy's making her way up my list pretty fucking fast. Like they nail the Chucky thing. Oh, and also when he clearly killed the housekeeper, and then Jay goes up and he's like, I didn't do it. Swear to fucking God, I didn't kill her. I absolutely love every single second that Chucky opens his mouth, man. Yeah, I mean, and then you get that final fucking scene of Lexi who dresses up like his dying father. What the fuck? What kind of diseased cunt do you have to be to do something like that? I literally don't think I've ever hated a character more in my entire life. There's nothing they could do to redeem this character. There is absolutely no way. She's either gonna die in the next episode or they're gonna fuck it up and they're gonna try and redeem her, and I cannot see a world where that actually happens. I cannot, because she is the actual worst. Every time this girl opens her mouth, I want her to die even more. There's that one episode, there's that one part where she's so mad at Wheeler, but does she not, she's such a whore that she can't be like, I'm actually the goddamn one making this awful fucking, God, I hate her so much. Like, literally, there's that scene that, like, I think my most hated scene, even over the one where she's dressed up as his dying freaking father, is the one where she's in her house, and they're all talking about the Chucky at the talent show thing, and she has the gall to say, it's bullying. I will destroy you, woman. Are you fucking with me right now? That is utterly, you could not be more of a whore. Like, that was the turning point, man. For me, that was the turning point. I hated her throughout episode 1, and I hated her throughout the first couple parts of episode 1, but when she called Jake the bully, I was done with her. I wanted to see her die painfully, slowly, and it looks like I'm not gonna have to wait much longer, because at the end of this episode, you have Jake. He's like, freaking Chucky is like, some people just deserve to die. Take the knife, Jake. And he just grabs that knife and just looks at the camera. They are gonna kill this bitch. I have a feeling what's gonna happen is because the daughter because Lexi's sister likes Chucky so much, I have a feeling what's gonna happen is Jake is gonna be like, here, you can hold on to Chucky for a couple days, have fun with him. And then Chucky's gonna kill Lexi. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what they're leading for, and I cannot wait to see it. So there you guys have it, everybody. I absolutely loved both episodes of this show, and I cannot fucking wait to see the next episode, and I cannot wait to see everything that happens in this show, man. I am just loving it. Chucky is my boy, dude. Chucky is so great. Why is Chucky never not great, man? I absolutely loving it, man. I'm loving it so much. So far, I really like Jake. I really like the main character, Jake. I think Devin is also a pretty good character. I like the parents. All of the bullies, they're doing good at being bullies, and I can't wait to see them all bite the fucking dust. But, obviously, I can't really say I like them because fuck bullies with a fucking chainsaw. I turned your stupid fucking line against you, Lexi. Fuck you, whore. I'm absolutely loving this show. If you guys are a Chucky fan and you haven't already watched this show, dude, go watch it. Go watch it. It's so good. It's so worth it. Seriously. And from what I've heard, I'm not on an island here. I've heard nothing but people praising. Hell, IGN gave the first episode an 8 out of 10. When was the last time IGN praised a horror movie, man? Except for like A Quiet Place 2 or something critically acclaimed like that. I don't know. I'm absolutely stoked. I'm loving this show so much. I cannot wait for this to come out and I can add it to my Chucky collection, man, because Chucky just can never do anything bad, man. Like, I remember there was a time when I didn't love every single one of the Chucky movies, where I was on the same camp as everybody who didn't like Seed of Chucky. I've always liked Child's Play 3, but I was on the same camp with people who didn't like Seed of Chucky. But when I converted and I started really liking Seed of Chucky, and I found it fucking hilarious, and I genuinely have changed my mind now that I actually love Seed of Chucky. There's no bad Chucky media, in my opinion. You can pop in any Chucky media along with this show, and it's just awesome, man. It's like Breaking Bad. They just cannot make bad stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. I've said everything on my mind. Guys, this has been my review of the first 2 episodes of The Chucky Show. If you like the show, if you are on board with me, go ahead and subscribe, because I'm going to be reviewing every single one of the Chucky episodes from here on out until the end of the show. Yeah, leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And with that being said, this is DK Guillotine, signing out.